trading operations will be much more complex in this more diversified market with different qualities of energy. So having a good trading capability will also be key to be successful in this.
Hi Benedict.
Hello.
Over the last 5-10 years, energy markets, they changed a lot. They look completely different. How does that impact the strategic decisions that companies make, do you think?
Never a boring day in the energy markets. We see that it broadly moves in 3 phases with energy transition. The first one was with subsidies. That is many years ago. We then went through a phase, or we're actually going at the moment through a phase where the cost of wind and solar has dropped so much that we see a massive expansion, which makes us enter the third phase, which is a phase where we need to make the system smart. We will have the intermittency kicking in, meaning when the sun doesn't shine, when the wind doesn't blow, there will not be enough energy to meet demand. So we need to make demand smart. We need to harness the storage possibilities we have, the flexible demand we have, to make sure that we can have a demand that matches supply. And that is, of course, for everyone buying energy, a completely different challenge to what it was before.
Yeah, currently today, green energy is already a big part of our decision making. Companies are buying certificates already as we speak. But how does that work today, and how do you think it will change in the future?
Yeah, if you think back about those 3 phases I just talked about, actually you saw that for companies and individuals to green their energy supply, you also had instruments that fit with those 3 phases. In the phase of subsidies, certificates, guarantees of origin, RECs, and so on, were the main way for companies to say, hey, the government is subsidizing this, but we're also doing our part, we're buying some certificates. In the current phase that we're going through with the rapid expansion, this instrument of choice has become PPAs, where this rapid expansion of solar and wind is being also helped by companies saying, we buy a PPA, and thanks to that we see a more rapid expansion. What could be the instrument for the next phase for making it smarter is 24/7 renewables. That means that we're no longer looking at giving green certificates on an annual basis, but actually hour per hour. If a windmill produces a megawatt hour, it gets a stamp. In this hour, a green megawatt hour was consumed. And you could then say for 60% of the hours during which I consumed, I had green energy, 70%, 80%, and so on. So again, a huge challenge, of course, to deal with this.
Solar and wind generation, it's considered pretty unpredictable because of its intermittency by nature. So as a consumer, as a company, how do you deal with that?
The people that are making this market now, that are developing the platforms for trading those hourly time-stamped certificates, are also starting to think about diversifying the prices of those certificates per hour. So in an hour where you have a lot of renewable energy, then at that moment, not only the wholesale market will be low, but also the price for the certificates. And ultimately, we might even see those 2 merge. But what it means is that when you buy energy, you will start seeing that you can buy different qualities of energy. You can choose during a certain hour to go for the cheaper gray electricity or choose the more expensive green electricity. So you'll have to gear up your risk management to balance your greening needs, how green do you want to be, with your needs for stable prices and/or competitive prices.
It sounds like a lot of data is involved here.
The data challenge of this will be huge. If you have a diversified portfolio with some solar coming from your rooftop, with some solar coming from an offsite PPA, some wind coming in through that, you have residual energy, you have a battery, it was charged at a certain moment with energy, you discharge it at another moment. All of this needs to be knitted together. What you need to do then to be successful at this is you need to make sure that if you have flexibility, if you have storage, you make the most out of it, that you have your algorithms, your Internet of Things applications that will be steering these to say, now we consume, now we don't consume, now we load, now we unload. So that also means that risk management will become much more important. The trading operations will be much more complex in this more diversified market with different qualities of energy. So having a good trading capability will also be key to be successful in this.
It's a huge challenge, but if you approach it in an intelligent way, it could be an even bigger opportunity then.
There will be winners. There will definitely be winners, and yeah, That's the main takeaway from this.